safe out of harm's way from any fire that may sweep through. And then at irregular intervals, and often after fire, it puts up these wonderful long thin shoot with a crown of leaves on top. So really it's like a bit of natural coppicing. Now hereabouts there's not all that much rain every year and a long period of drought, but the conditions are made especially tough by the fact that this is going on a very soft rock. Gosh, I do get some rotten jolts, but at least it proves that the rock is soft enough to be sawn up into blocks and used for building. Now, you might think it's ideal for the mallee to push its lignotubers down into soft rock, but it's just not worthwhile because there's no nutrients down here at all. The rock, and it's called spongemite, is made of clay and sponge spicules. Now that's pretty good proof that this area was once covered with the sea, because this is a marine sediment, and the dating of this rock puts it about 43 million years of age, which is just about the time that Australia was severing its final link with the great continent of Gondwanaland. Antarctica went off in one direction and Australia in the other direction. But this particular block of rock, which was found in the quarry, bears adequate evidence that by then the gums were here, leaving their impressions on the landscape. See, and the interesting thing is that Antarctica went down into the cold regions, so the gums couldn't survive there, and they were left in glorious isolation on the island continent of Australia. And there it is, one eucalyptus leaf, veins and all. Australia, land of opportunity, where evolution found itself up the proverbial, though ill-named, gum tree.
Talk about.
I'll talk about it. To talk about, so much to say. I wonder what we'll talk about today. When we meet at the shop, in the street, at the stop, after school, at the fair, at the pool, everywhere we got lots of things to talk about, so much to say. What do you think we'll talk about today? Talk about. Hello. Everybody's very busy today getting ready for Christmas. There's the Christmas tree to decorate and decorations to hang up. Some of the children are making decorations out of odds and ends of wallpaper cut into strips. Look at all the patterns there are to choose from. You can use these strips to make a chain, a paper chain. When the chain's long enough, we'll be able to hang it up. We're going to hang up these decorations as well. Aren't they pretty? Do you know what these are? They're milk bottle tops. And these are tinfoil dishes. The sort that tarts and pies come in. You just press them out and make them flat. Cut round some wrapping paper with a pattern on it. Put the two together and staple them like that. And then hang them up with cotton thread. So you can see why we've all been so busy. There's a lot to do. There's a picture here of a family getting ready for Christmas. But there's someone in the window who's not very happy about all the fuss. It's Mog. And this is the story of Mog's Christmas. One day, Mog woke up and nothing was right in her house. Everybody was busy. Debbie was busy. Nicky was busy. Mr. and Mrs. Thomas were busy. And there were too many people in the house. There was a jolly uncle and two aunts. Mog thought, I don't like it here. She went and sat outside on the windowsill. There was nothing to do and no one to play with. So after a while, she went back to sleep. Suddenly, she woke up. She saw something. It was a tree. It was a tree walking. Mog thought, trees don't walk. Trees should stay in one place. Once trees start walking about, anything might happen. She ran up the side of the house in case the tree should come and get her. Come down, shouted the tree.
Come down, Mog.
First it walks, thought Mog, and now it's shouting at me. I do not like that tree at all. The tree went on shouting for a while.
Come down, Mog.
Then it went into the house. Mog was on the roof. Some white things fell out of the sky. Some fell on the roof, and some fell on Mog. They were very cold. At supper time, Mog was still on the roof. She must have her supper, said Debbie. Mog always has her supper.
Come on, Mog.
Mrs. Thomas gave Mog her supper. But still Mog did not come down. In the morning, Mog did not come down either. She had found a nice tall place, and she was asleep. She was having a lovely dream. Mog dreamed that she was sitting on a cloud. Some white things were falling out of the sky. Mog tried to catch them. She was very happy. Until the cloud began to melt. Inside the house, everyone was sad because Mog would not come down. Even the jolly uncle was sad, and one of the aunts cried.
Quite all right.
Suddenly there was a noise in the chimney. Something fell into the fireplace with a thump. "It's Father Christmas," cried one of the aunts. "No, dear," said the other aunt. "Father Christmas does not have a tail." Debbie cried, "It's Mog!" Mog had to have a bath. But then everything was lovely. The whole house was lovely. The tree was lovely, and it had stopped walking about. And there were presents for everyone, even Mog. "Happy Christmas, Mog," said Debbie. I expect they had fun unwrapping their presents, don't you? Here's a pile of presents. Presents for all the family. I'll choose the one I think could be for Mog. See how quickly you can work out which one I've chosen.
Is it the big one?
No, it's not the big one.
Is it one with the plain paper?
No, it's not. The one I'm thinking of is wrapped in paper with a pattern on it.
Is it a flower pattern?
No, not a flower pattern. It's one of the presents wrapped in striped paper.
Has it got a ribbon tied round it?
Yes, it has. Only two to choose from now.
Is the ribbon tied in a big bow?
Yes, it is. It's the small present wrapped in striped paper with a ribbon round it tied in a big bow. And it's a present for...
Mog!
I expect someone had to unwrap it for her to see what was inside. Here's what Mog got for Christmas. A clockwork mouse with a key to wind it up to make it go. Do you think she had fun chasing her clockwork mouse? Mog had a dream about mice, didn't she? She dreamt that white mice were falling out of the sky and she was trying to catch them. They weren't really falling out of the sky, were they? But something was. Something she'd never seen before. Something white. Something cold. What was it? If you were talking to someone who'd never seen snow before, could you describe it? Could you say what the streets look like after a fall of snow? And the parks? Could you say what snow looks like? And feels like? Mog didn't mind the snow once she'd got used to it. She stayed up on the roof all night. She just wouldn't come down. We've got a song about a kitten who climbed up on a roof. But he just couldn't get down. He didn't know how. The kitten climbed the steps, but he couldn't get down. Couldn't get down, couldn't get down. The kitten climbed the steps, but he couldn't get